Hi, my name is Dan Kisumbi. I'm the General Manager for Operations for TriCare Services. We're a disability service provider that has recently moved into aged care, and I'm just going to give some feedback basically on the support received from ISO Consulting. So, like I said, we've been around for about 8 years, a disability service provider. We just made a strategic decision to go into aged care services and basically found it a bit of a nightmare. We did some exploration around the aged care legislation. We looked at the application process as well and the registration process and got completely stuck after a few months. It's a lot more complex than disability services, and we had no idea where to do or how to progress the matter. So in the end, what we did is we engaged with ISO Consulting and to see if they could support us to get through this process. In terms of engaging with ISO Consulting to help us with our aged care application, it's been nothing more short of a godsend, to be honest. I spent countless hours, days, weeks, months trying to work my way through the various legislation and rules and regulations and different aspects of aged care and was pretty much lost at the beginning, same as when I started. So we engaged ISO Consulting. They have been a very professional service in terms of my opinion, both in terms of their product but also their support as well. So in terms of their products, we were able to engage with them to get a templates around the application, aged care application forms, which are about 130 odd pages, so it's very, very complex. We're able to get templates, policies and procedures, and various forms from them as well, and also a bit of a holding our hand type thing in terms of walking us through the process. The thing that I found quite useful in terms of ISO Consulting is that they were not just an off-the-shelf organization where we could just give us the pack and walk away and leave us, which I would have been understandable. I could have dealt with that anyway. But they actually helped us along the way. So I established a good relationship with the consultant, and I was able to contact them, whether it's phone or email or any other communication along the way. And they basically just helped me through the whole process in terms of getting the application done, understanding not just the application itself, but also understanding aged care as a system itself and what the frameworks are and the relevance of having various aspects around the legislation and regulations and that sort of thing. So I was able to sort of learn the whole industry through them in a relatively short period of time. And then they were able to help me submit the application, and we actually got our application approved on the first instance, which is very much pretty much unheard of. You normally get knocked back at 1, 2 or 3 or 4 times if you're ever approved for aged care. It's a lot more complex than disability. But again, with ISO Consulting, I think if it wasn't for them taking us through the journey, then I would have been stuck. In terms of working with ISO Consulting, the thing for me that was the unique selling point or the difference that they have, because I've worked with lots and lots of consultants over my career, is that they provided a personal touch. So yes, I got a very good quality product in terms of the policies, procedures, the forms, the application form, etc., that I could have spent months working my way through to try and get the application submitted and familiarize myself with the sector. But the actual personal relationship that I formed with the consultants there was very, very good. They were always happy to pick up the phone. They weren't rushing me with my endless queries. They always responded to emails efficiently and quickly. I felt comfortable enough, guilty at first, but comfortable enough to speak to them quite frequently, just in terms of just getting that personal support and that touch. Because again, it was a new system to me. I was used to disability services, but not necessarily aged care. So I needed a bit more of a guidance to get to know and familiarize myself so that I could be operating my role as a student to be able to manage the service. So that was the sort of the the differential in terms of ISO consulting as compared to another consultant firm. In terms of recommendations, I would highly recommend ISO services to any other provider out there, whether it's disability, aged care, or if it's around general compliance, whichever sector you're in. I think that their products are of a very high quality. And again, like I said, as I keep repeating, we got a very good personal touch and experience from them. So the relationship was very good in terms of being able to build up our knowledge, skills, and base, and also just getting the support that we needed as we required it as well. They're very efficient service, and I would certainly recommend them to anyone.